Hello there. I see you found your way to the bar here at the Ice Palace. And I had two guys comment on my last video, my last gameplay, and one wanted me to talk about a first impressions video, do a first impression of the game. But as you can see, I titled this video Second Impressions. Basically because my first impressions weren't that great. I was really on the fence, I kind of didn't like it. But now, a couple days into it, I'm really enjoying this game. I know some other people don't like it that much. They feel the gameplay is a little quirky. That's what the other guy commented. He wanted me to talk about the gameplay and the graphics. Graphics to me aren't everything. I'll tell you what. To me anyway, you can take it for what it's worth. It looks a lot more polished than Reloaded was. Especially like some of the maps. I'm going to talk strictly multiplayer here. I don't care about campaign. I'm only talking multiplayer. The map, the vault map, when you go in some of the rooms with all the gold bars, they look bright, brilliant. You're like, wow, hey, I'm going to pick that up and go down the street and pawn it. Some of the other maps, like the smelting room, you know, when you go down to lower levels where it has like the fire shooting out and everything, and it looks pretty cool. But the one thing I noticed in those areas, because I guess there's so much going on graphically, it lags a little bit. Not too much, but it's noticeable. Gameplay-wise, it plays different than Reloaded did. I can't really quite put my finger on it, but it's still slower than the Wii version. That's for sure. So really, once you unlock your fast forward and everything, you can move around a lot faster. But one thing I did notice, it seems different than Reloaded was. But my biggest thing on this game, with this second impression, is the loadouts. And that's what really impressed me, was the loadouts. The maps not so much, because I really just hope they release some DLC maps, because 8 maps isn't hardly enough for a multiplayer for me anyway. And you don't even have a map from Honor Majesty's Secret Service. So Eurocom, if you're paying attention, make a couple of those and then make a Reloaded map pack. I know you're big in your Facebook page, so I want you to do this. Make a poll, ask people what maps from Reloaded you want in, and then you can release it and, I don't know, do whatever you want with it. But I think it's a good idea, and I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for anything in return, that you do it. That's the only thing I'm asking for. But, like I was saying, the loadouts, that's what impressed me the most. And here, take a look at this, and this is what I think about all the loadouts. Alright, these are the loadouts, your manage loadout screen. You can go here. I only got the 5 unlocks. I haven't specialized or anything yet. I think I'm only like rank 30 or something. I forget, whatever. But yeah, I'll go into this one. And you can look in here at all your weapons, primary weapons. You know, you got all your different stuff. Oh, I unlocked the Terrorlight. Look, I want to try that one out, because they finally made it full auto instead of the 3-shot burst on a Reloaded. So I've been waiting to get this. I didn't even realize I unlocked it. But anyway, yeah, let me go into here. Actually, here, the attachments. This is one thing I wanted to point out that I really like better than Reloaded. I'll go through these one at a time. You can pause it and take a look and try to read what each one does. But I just want to point out a couple things. Yeah, with your laser pointer, once you unlock that and you can switch out your snapshot, do it, because you don't even need snapshot. I'd rather have the speed loader than the snapshot as my third gadget. And I'll show you all the gadgets in a minute. I'm really liking the new one. It's the, what is it? Rapid fire, here it is. And especially with the Stalker, it makes it, you shoot so much faster, you can take down guys a lot easier. And ACOG, I haven't really used the ACOG that much. I don't think it zooms in as much. It says enhanced zoom, but when I used it one time, I didn't see any real big difference. I thought it was kind of worthless, but whatever. You might like it. Yeah, and these are pretty much it. You know, your standard stuff. The assault rifles, I forget, one of them doesn't have it, but I think almost all of them you can put a noob tube on it. So that's the only real difference. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the attachments. You can do the same thing with your secondaries. I'm not going to go through all that. They added a couple new ones like this Tech Fire that you can see right there. Your gadgets, they added a lot. You start off with the flashbangs. I still use them a lot, actually. I just switched to remotes to just to play around with them. But the remotes stink. They're not as good as they were in Reloaded, and definitely not as good as they were in the Wii version of GoldenEye. But yeah, proxies. I still think you only get one, just like in Reloaded. So it's whatever. And then you get these new things when you spec out a little bit. They seem pretty cool. Once I get them, I'll definitely want to try to play around with them a little bit. Gadget 2, some of this stuff is new, like reaction, and another thing too, like here, you can see in polarized contacts, they added stuff to the gadgets. In Reloaded, it just protected you from the flashbangs. Now you can identify your targets at a longer range. So some of these gadgets, if you pay attention, they have secondary attributes or whatever you want to call them that go along with them. And it camouflages just like a Ghost Pro from whatchamacallit, from Call of Duty. Some of these, they're because it's an Activision game, so some of these are rip-offs of Call of Duty stuff. But whatever, I don't care. I mean, what do you expect them to do? There's only so many things you can freaking come up with for a shooter. But yeah, same thing. Just go through all these. You can look at them, whatever. These ones you spec, you get when you spec out, which I think is kind of cool that they added stuff that you can get after you specialize, rather than just the stupid secondaries in Reloaded. And the same Legends characters, you can go through and just pick them for when you play Legends mode. It's the same thing as Classic Conflict from Reloaded. That's pretty much it from the loadouts. The secondaries, you also get your launchers, and your MJR, your rocket, and then the semi-auto noob tube. You get that in Heroes mode. I forget what character. I think it's Sanchez. I only used it once. It seemed pretty fun though. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the loadouts. All right, so that's my second impression. The first one, when I first unboxed it and did everything, I was like, man, this is kind of funky. But my second impression of 007 Legends for the Xbox 360 online, Xbox Live multiplayer, is I like it. I just do. It's fun to play. It's really fast paced. If you weren't watching my videos for the first time, I don't really play too many other games. I play Battlefield. I don't really upload it though. But if you're into Call of Duty, from what I've heard, I don't play it too often, but from what I did play, it plays like Call of Duty without the kill streaks. So if you're looking for a game like that, where you're not worrying about, oh, this dude's camping in the corner getting 15 kills and he's going to drop a nuke or whatever on your freaking head because you just want to run and gun, I would recommend this game because that's basically what it is. You run around, run and gun. You can camp if you want to, but that's boring to me anyway. So yeah, my second impression is I like it. I want to keep playing it and just having fun.